Always local, always on. This is News 11 at 6.
Well, good evening, everyone. I hope you have found ways to enjoy our very toasty day, because the feel light temperatures were a whole lot worse than the actual temperature right now. You can see 86 for us here in Meridian, but feel light temperatures were close to 115 for much of us. But I want to show you this just because if you think it's bad here, it's definitely hotter somewhere else. Dallas at 101 right now, and it gets so much worse. Over in Phoenix, they set 2 days of record highs in a row, 118 yesterday and the day before down in Phoenix, Arizona. So if you think it's bad here, and don't believe it when you think it's still a dry heat, because it's still hot. It's 118 is something that you don't want to mess around with. But if you're trying to beat the heat and get away from it for just a little bit, you can go up to Fargo, 72 degrees. Seattle, I was actually just there, 76 degrees. You can wear a sweater at night, everyone. Could you believe that? It's July and you can wear a sweater. I am a massive fan of that, especially with how hot and how humid it is here. Feel like temperatures here have actually declined quite a bit. When I checked this around the 4 o'clock hour, we are at 115 in Louisville, 112 in Philadelphia, but right now 100 in Philadelphia, 95 in Meridian, and 102 over in Louisville. Over in western Alabama, it is a little bit toastier, 111 over in Utah, and 103 in Demopolis. So we are going to be seeing some pretty toasty temperatures throughout the rest of the night. And the one saving grace for those very toasty temperatures are some of these scattered showers. They have been very isolated and very scarce, and only some of us have seen a little bit more towards the west of the Meridian area along the I-20 corridor down towards Forest, Bay Springs. Some of us have been seeing a little bit more of a rumble of thunder. Western Alabama, you look to stay fairly dry, along with Lauderdale and off to the north of the I-20 corridor. So we're going to be seeing some rain continue to trickle on throughout the rest of the evening, but most of us will stay fairly dry, especially as we head into the 10 p.m. hour. We'll stay that dry, and very humid conditions will be continuing. So the ones that do get some of the rain will get a little bit of a cool off, but those of you that don't will be still dealing with those humid temperatures. But as we go on throughout your day, or throughout the start of your day tomorrow, you see this actual frontal boundary start to dip down. We aren't under a marginal risk for storms tomorrow, which could end up being severe, but right now it has them popping up mainly towards the afternoon time frame. We'll be keeping a very close eye on these, but one very important thing about tomorrow is that we could actually hit 100 degrees, which we haven't done in quite some time for the actual temperature by Monday. Let's just stay fairly nice. So here's something else that we're watching for as well. It's been fairly quiet, but we're still tracking the probability of storms in the central Atlantic, 70% over the next 7 days, so we'll be keeping a close eye on that. We're getting pretty close on our peak of hurricane season, thankfully still a little bit of ways away, and today a high of 99, ever so close to 100 degrees, and it looks like we might get there, and sadly it looks like that day will be tomorrow. Last time Meridian hit 100 degrees for our actual temperature, not feel light temperature, the actual temperature outside was June 25th, 2022, and it looks like we're going to kind of just push over that edge of 100